52 Pop Fiction, where you find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. JB, first story.
So you think that it would have been chocolate, but America's favorite Valentine's Day candy won't be available this year. Sweethearts, the conversation heart candy, is missing from the shelves this Valentine's season after its original producer went out of business in 2018.
Good. I'm not going to miss it.
I am. I remember when I was in school, Valentine's Day was the worst. Remember you put your little, made your little heart folder, and you would tape it to your front, and then you see how many people put little Valentines. And of course, there was always those kids that their parents made them make a Valentine's for every student. Yeah, I never got nothing special. No. I never got the fucking conversation sweethearts where I was waiting. Somebody, please give me a hug. Please, let this year be the year I get a kiss me.
Yeah.
Please let me get a kiss me from Tanya Eddings.
Oh Lord, you named the first and last?
And the last.
Wow.
That was many years in elementary
I tell you what, so there were those days where you would fill out everybody's name on the thing. You know what, never put anybody's name on the thing. Just give them the thing.
You know, what's suspect is when they would glue them to the cards, and the kids would pick them off and eat them. It's like, what were you using to glue that thing, man? Were you feeding kids paint chips?
Oh, yeah. Good for you.
Harp, the next story.
Marvel Studios' Black Panther will get a chance to redeem themselves at this year's Academy Awards. Black Panther will try to claw its way toward Best Picture, the first ever superhero movie to be nominated for the top prize.
What was the name of the movie?
I read the copy. If the copy isn't right, and my mouth will refuse to say words that aren't written correct. Okay?
I should have read this one. Because I see the mistakes and I just move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I as a fan, I am so happy that we finally get a movie that qualifies for Best Picture.
It's not going to win. They're just throwing a bone.
You know what? But they could have. They had that the made up category, the most popular movie. Yeah. The movie that makes the most money. The movie that everybody went to go see, and not just some art house film. Mm-hmm. But you know what? The fact that Marvel Studios has Black Panther out there. It was a fine film. I believe it got 7 nominations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nothing in the top categories except Best Picture.
But the Black Panther sent out a bad tweet 10 years ago, so they're firing him from the show.
Mm. Yeah, you still not gonna let that go, are you?
I can't let it go, man. It's so unfair. It's ancient history. Let it go.
It's ancient history. Let it go. But you know what we're not gonna let go? Oh, for the days of the Attitude Era. Mm-hmm. WWE star Sasha Banks suffers a wardrobe malfunction on Raw and causes TV screens to black out.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently what happened is Natalya was giving Sasha Banks a power bomb, and when she did it, her little snuggy huggy bottoms got caught up, and when she went to give her a power bomb, they sucked up, and her entire
the naughty bits on the bottom
was all exposed.
She got lost.
And also, I believe, because thank God for the internet, because he wanted to see what happened.
So that's out there, huh?
It went and got it, and she was wearing like flesh-colored panties, and she's already, she has that caramel latte complexion anyway, so it was just all out there. And when she got down, she pulled her pants up, and she's kind of junky, so when she pulled her pants up, it was a nice little meme. It's my screensaver at work, and I know I shouldn't because we went to school with her mom, so we should feel bad on some part. I should feel bad
watching this with Mrs. Banks.
Yeah. Damn, no daughter. This week's review. Bumblebee. Yes. On the run in the year 1987, Bumblebee, the Autobot, seeks refuge in a junkyard in a small California beach town. Charlie, on the brink of turning 18, so she's not yet 18.
All right, so stay back.
And R. Kelly. And trying to find her place in the world, soon discovers the battle-scarred and broken Bumblebee. Mm-hmm. When Charlie revives him, she quickly learns that this is no ordinary yellow Volkswagen. Now, for me, I will admit that I saw the previews, and at first I was like, I don't know. Another Transformer movie. And then they showed a preview when they were showing...
John Cena was in it?
Not John Cena, but... they didn't show John Cena's ass. But when they showed like Shockwave and Soundwave and, you saw them and they looked like they did when we were watching it. I got excited and I was like, oh man, I hope this is the whole thing and it's not just this.
Yeah.
And it was... just that.
No. They did have some really good clips of Cybertron and the wars.
All in the beginning. And then
John Cena showed up.
And then the rest of it was just kind of what you would think it was. I mean, it was a fine movie. It was actually pretty well reviewed as for a Star Wars movie, or excuse me, blasphemy, for a Transformers movie. They were like, hey, this is good.
Gotcha. But for a movie,
it was not. But I mean, I saw it, and sometimes with these movies, I like looking at it through my kid. My kids were like, "Dad, can we go?" Yeah. I was like, "Nah, man, we're not going. We're gonna finish the whole thing."
Hey, I took my nephew to see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and halfway through, he's like, "Can we go?"
Oof.
Wow. So kids can lose interest. Well, it was the touching scene. I don't want to give out any spoilers. That lasted a little bit too long for 5-year-olds.
So the touching lasted a little too long for a 5-year-old.
That's
scenes.
a bumper.
The touching scenes, man.
All right. Yeah, I hear you. That I can see how someone can lose interest.
I kept telling them the big fight's coming. The big fight's coming.
Yeah.
To take a nap or something. I didn't want to leave.
Yeah, hell no.
It was a good movie.
It was a really great movie.
Bumblebee I thought was pretty good. It was all right. It wasn't great, but I wouldn't say it was terrible.
I wouldn't say it was terrible. I would have to say, no spoiler, but the girl Charlie, as far as I can tell, she was just a regular human. Mm-hmm. And she took some amazing explosions and took a licking and just kept on taking. The one where she was in the garbage can
she did
and got hit by a missile and then got up and proceeded to do a sprint while the Transformers were fighting.
She did a Lara Croft.
Oh my God. She was amazing.
As we saw in the movie Long Kiss Goodnight, you can A, outrun explosions. B, you can survive
I'm not dead yet, motherfuckers!
You can survive explosions.
And in the event of nuclear holocaust, climb into an old refrigerator.
And if you're not shot more than once, you'll probably be all right.
Just shake it off.
I'm saying. Is there anything for me to read? Ralphie D recommends Payback. Porter, played by Mel Gibson before he went rogue, is a thief betrayed by both his wife, Lynn, played by Deborah Kara Unger, and his partner, Val, played by Greg Henry. Awesome bad guy.
Yeah, good bad guy.
When he is shot in the back after a heist. Spoiler alert. Slowly, Porter...
It's in the very beginning of the movie. It's a spoiler.
You may not want to watch it if you know this. Slowly, Porter recovers from his wounds and begins a search for Val, intent on recovering his share of the money they stole together. With the aid of a prostitute, Rosie, played by Maria Bello, who usually gets naked in movies, but she didn't get naked in this one. Porter captures Val, but still cannot find his cash. For this, Porter will have to challenge an imposing crime syndicate called The Outfit.
Hey, man, I got suits that cost more money.
That's just mean.
That's just mean, man.
I gotta say, shout out to Greg Henry. He is a very underrated actor. He's very funny.
Yeah.
He was great in Porter, and one of my favorite B-movie horror, Slither.
Slither. Love
He
Slither.
Was funny.
Yes. I like, and he's still working. I know you're not a fan of the DC on the CW, but he plays on Black Lightning.
Oh
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and The Outfit, great criminal organization, by the way.
Yeah, they changed their name from...
What's her name? Lucy Liu was
Lucy
in there.
Liu, yeah. Young Lucy Liu.
Young, well, actually, she wasn't young.
Well,
she was old.
Younger than she is now.
She was just, we thought she was much younger.
Fresh on the scene.
But she was actually quite older. But, God, hubba.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Come on.
I'm Ralphie D, and that's news to me.
I'm Cool Water Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
We like to hear what you think.
Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
I'm JB. I'd like to give a shout out to my man AM at Comics Most Wanted, and this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it
first. There we go. We're gonna get this right.
Adonis, pull yourself together.